It's a me, Krydax. And it's pYanodon's Season 3. We're spinning up this kick-out. Quite literally, the buildings spin when they run, I think. We'll have to watch one. But anyway, what are we even doing at this point? I mean, we're working on the kick-out. We're working on our animal farm. Alien animal farm. And then probably at some point we're gonna switch back to making new stuff from the pyscience 2 mod chain. But I feel like we're still a little ways away from that. Alright, is that it? Yeah. Okay, so 2 more buildings running, and now we've got 11 more? Uh-oh, that doesn't add up. Oh, there we go. Oops. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Guess we need 6 more in there. And then I will take the 6 kick-out, and throw them in there, I guess. And then if we let this run manually for a little while, it might stop because we might end up spreading out the seeds too much. So I'll check back in a little bit, but we'll just let that run for a bit. And then the last thing we need to do is, or did we already finish hooking up the other animals? We did not finish that. And we're not getting any cotton guts and any fish. So something's wrong here. I don't know what's wrong, but okay, there's some more fish. Okay, no, all the fisheries are running. Okay, all the fish is running. That's good. And then at this point, I think we can let it go. And then all of these are not running? What's going on here? No, they're all running. I guess it's just the science production is using enough that we don't have extra. So I might have to improve cotton gut production soon. Although we don't need them for anything right now. I'm just putting them on trains. So I guess it's not that dire that we switch that up. Okay, and now we go to our really ridiculously long, good-looking build. And then we put Vraux on it from, oh my gosh, Vraux are like way back here, aren't they? Because where are we actually taking? We're stealing the Vraux from here. And then they're going up there to get chopified. And then really the only thing that needs to happen is brains need to end up over here for all of our caravans. That one's important. And then, well, and it could just be jerky too, it doesn't really matter. And then the Vraux, the formic acid needs to end up in some pipelines. So I could have Vraux be the first thing we switch over. That's probably a good idea. Alright, I'm in. You convinced me. And I forget, does this system know how to stop? Do they know when to stop? There's a red signal that stops everything. When Vraux, okay, this is the stop signal. Okay. So how would I go about knowing when to stop? Not really sure, because I guess it's when we've backed up. Maybe when we've backed up Vraux into here. So maybe when Vraux on the belt, hey, there's some cotton guts, reach a certain amount? Not really sure. Okay, anyway, algae poos are going on to which side of the belt? Let's say the bottom as it goes to the right. So... let's do this. So there's Augs. Auga. Hold that belt. Oh, there's the button right there. And then we'll go up to like 50 on the belt at a time. No more than that. In fact, that might even still be too many. All right, and then this is gonna do something different. I don't know how we're gonna ship in the brains exactly. That's the only problem. I could logistics bot them over, to be honest. That's kind of a weird idea though. But it would work. Because I just don't have any trains anywhere near here. I would have to deliver it on a really long belt. I don't know how I feel about that. You remember that time we got belt stacking? We didn't know what was happening with the aluminum. Those were good times. Gosh, these miners are so fast now after belt stacking and mining productivity. Jeez, just those miners put together are mining 50 iron a second. All right, I'm clearly distracted. Let me take some coffee here. I gotta refuel. And what are we doing? I really want to switch Vraux over yet? Are we ready? So we're ready for the slaughtering. And then all the bits and bobs go on here, and we filter these, and then this warehouse starts filling up. We haven't figured out how to trash everything yet. But when we have too much of something, or no, when the thing is getting too spoiled, that's what we're doing. We haven't figured out what to do if we have too much of something. That's a separate issue. Oh gosh. That's a separate issue. How do I get rid of stuff when we just have too much? We're gonna have to have a different set of signals. It'll actually be the same as this set. And like this runs, you know, when something's under a certain amount. We're also gonna need one that takes out, you know, if meat is greater than 115, then we start removing it. Because 115 would represent, you know, 115% of the meat that we want. Which would be 2,500 in this case. And then we could remove meat from here. So this one does the spoilage. Wait, what is... I'm not seeing the connection here. Why am I... Oh, it's the belt. Sorry. Yeah. That belt stops loading when we're unloading. Fair enough. Okay, and then we also need to be unloading... Let's just get Vrox on the belt. I don't desperately need science at this exact moment, and we have a lot of brains, so that should last us a couple hours while we switch this over. So I need to basically copy this and put it over here. And then hook this up. And then... Oh, hey, dude. And then I guess we'll just bring Vrox over, and it's on the bottom as it goes to the right, so it would be on this side as it goes this way. Vrox. So I'll put those there. Those are just chilling. And then we'll measure Vrox on the belt. Out of these mother effing Vrox on this mother effing belt. And if they're greater than 50, then we will stop making more of the egos. Maybe 60. And then we just undo that. It feels weird, but I think that's all we need. Those will still last me probably an hour or so, which is good. While I can get this switched over. Oh, this is scary. I feel like I'm on the clock now. It's like playing with biters. Okay, so thing number one, let's just take that 250 and put it in the train stop over here. And then we'll go deal with our kick-alc for a minute. How big is this? 72? That should be okay. Alright. Did you see that other train? I wonder what it's doing. Was it getting fish? Oh, it's coming to get Vrox. Oh boy. We got some live ones. Let's watch it get delivered. I love how fast trains are. Look at that, it's already there. Okay. Unloaded they go. Oh, we don't have any, it's gonna get stuck. Okay, that is the end of that journey. And now, oh, look at this, 15 more seeds for you. Easy peasy. And we've got 18 more. That's so many. All right, I want 6 held back, and then 12 more go to seed. I need to fix that, but I don't know if I want to fix it yet. We'll just fix it. I'll forget later. Okay, so now we have a very real amount of kick-alcs going. Because I just got 2 more sets of kick-alc running. It's running, you better go catch it. Alright, then we'll get 48 per cycle once we have 4 running. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Get this one running. Now I've got 3 running at once. Oh man, we're rich. We are rich in the kick-alc world. It's still gonna take a while to finish spinning it up, though. You need a lot of kick out. Oh, man. Alright, let's get over here. Keep working on our slaughterhouse stuff. Okay. I lied. Let's go get some cages. Oh, I'm at a dead end. Dead end, huh? Okay, so what we need is... boom, boom, boom. Make that not a dead end. And then... hop out, hop back in. Let the bots take care of that. What's on this belt? Nexalit and nickel. Nixalit. Nickel. Something like that. I have trash copper that I'd like to get rid of. Oh gosh. So much stuff. Probably have more trash. Actually, it's looking pretty tidy. Okay. I do need lamps. I don't remember what I handcrafted that needed so many, but that's done. Pipes are all good, actually. Okay, so where did I put those cages? Perfect. I'll grab those. Hop back on the train tracks. Head back over to the Slaughter Nation. Okay. Oh, there's a horde of bots going and doing things. Makes sense. And then let's just put them here to watch the system work as intended. And then we'll cage up those Vrauky poos. Just observe while we ride the belt. And there we go. Alright. Caged Vraux it is. And then those are coming over here, and they're gonna get loaded on. Caged Vrauk. What did we say for the others? 60? Sure. Okay. And soon there will be caged Vrauk on here, so it'll stop sending the negative signal, and we should see these pop on, which is going to be really cool. Any second now. Any second now. 3, 2, 1, go. And go. And on. Okay. Did I do something wrong? I did. Oh, I did the wrong one. There we go. Alright. This needs to be AUG. Caged AUG. Okay. And that should do it. And now we're gonna start rendering them. And now we need filters on all these bad boys, like guts. Brains. Chitin. Jerky. Meat. And then the formic acid all has to get pumped into a set of tanks. Which type do I want to use? I don't know. Make a couple of these for now, because we'll also have blood. And then fish oil. We've already got 3 fluids I guess we need to handle. And then we have a little bit of a problem because we don't want the cages in here. So how's that happening? Oh, these are not set to filter. Okay. And then we also don't want the chitin to go there. We want the chitin... Well, maybe it'll go on this belt and then we'll filter out the unspoilables. That sounds like a superhero movie. The unspoilables. All right, so we build that there. We build another one. Just to prepare. Okay. And then... no, I think I want the unspoilables just on a different belt to start. So we'll take that one off and that one off because those are unspoilable things already. And we'll just put them in a different loading warehouse. Like the question is, when we unload the stuff that's spoiling, what do we do with it? Do we just let it sit in a big warehouse till it spoils and then we unload that? I think that's probably what we do. Because we're gonna get biocrud from lard, we're gonna get jerky from most other things. In fact, I think those are the only 2 spoiled results so far that we have. Okay, and then the acid... I don't know where to put it. I feel like down here is pretty empty. I've got long pipes, so we'll just organize them down here. And that will be formic, blood, and... Oh, I guess they're all right here? No, they're not. Oh my gosh, there's so many fluids. Blood for the blood god. And formic acid for the formic acid god. And then fish oil for fun. All right, and then we hook these up like that. And we need to go up and over. Of course, the line is directly in line with, it would be right there. I might just do this and then plug that in. All right, there we go. Formic acid's building up. And then we'll measure these guys. We'll need a fluid provider. And this will go over to here. So that's actually exactly what we want. Wait. No. No, no. Shoot. Let's make a switcherino here. Okay, we'll do that on red. And that way I can... The green network can be all of the things that I have. Okay. And so then this one is going to be formic acid divided by... How many hundreds do we want? If I want 60,000, that would be 600 hundreds. Hey, you can pipette a liquid right here. That's so weird, you can't do it everywhere. Anyway, so we already have 23% of the formic acid that we want. But this is saying, as long as we have... Okay, and we also need to start building up now the amount we want for the other pieces, which are going to be chitin, guts, brains, meat. So, chitin, guts, brains. So this needs to be chitin. This needs to be guts. This needs to be brains. Okay, they all stack to 100. Yeah, I think for now 2,500 of each of them is fine. So there we go. And as far as the actual rendering, I think we don't really want to do much with Vraux other than formic acid. So we're going to drop all these down. I'm going to drop that down to 50% of the chitin that we want, 20% of the guts, and 10% of the brains. Okay. Now the chitin is not getting put into a situation. I understand that. That is because we don't have a situation for the chitin. So that goes into a basic provider station. As well. Boom. And we said we're gonna hook up not green but red for this one. Those don't need to be connected with green. Okay, and then why did I do basic provider station? I don't know. This needs to be a multi-provider station. Okay. And then I have to hook this up again. Wait, what's happening here? Wait, did I have it as a requester station? What's happening right now? What is going on? Oh, this warehouse isn't hooked. Oh, that's hooked up to the output of that. Right. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay. So this isn't hooked up to anything. Because of the way we just shift-clicked that. I get it. Okay, sorry. Now we're providing on channel 1. And then we'll have our trash station as a separate one, maybe? That will provide on channel 3. Maybe I'll take the overflow from either of them and put it... Well, the spoilables from overflow go into a holding pen. So there's going to be just a deposit full of crap that's waiting to spoil. I might need more than one. And then when that spoils, we'll load it into the trash area. So we'll have a giant trash warehouse as well that will be getting rid of things like jerky, biocrud, and also chitin bones. Since those don't spoil, we're just gonna have excess of those and we'll have to trash them at some point. So Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Sorry, just trying to figure all the things out here. So then let's grab chitin off the belt, because that's creating problems. And then that goes up here. And we load that in. And then what? Then we need to measure this warehouse on green as well, right? Yeah, the green signal is only going down. So I'll just hook those two up. Okay. Now the chitin's going somewhere. Cool. Rate-wise, I might need 2 for each thing. I'll probably switch to fast inserters at some point. Let's see. Meat. Brains. Guts. Is this different than just loading it into a long, skinny warehouse? Is this different in any way? No, it's really not. It's really not. Alright. I don't remember what my argument was last time for not doing this, but I'm just gonna do it that way. I think at this point, it's just the simpler answer. Oh, goodness. Alright. And then we're not slowed down. Whoa, look at the symbolic... Oh, wait. No, sorry. This screwed up. I have a max of 13. Okay, hold on. So these last 3 are not going to work. Well, I guess maybe I thought I needed more than 13 access points. Which is reasonable. I actually might. For now I don't, though. For now this is good enough. For now this is good enough. Alright, so that's all working. We are getting signals of all these types, so when we have enough of each thing, we will eventually stop. I don't have a way to trash formic acid yet. There's not really anything to do with it. Weird. Does it have a fuel value? It doesn't even have a fuel value. Formic acid is one of the most, like, narrow fluids. I mean, I guess it's not that narrow. It's used in quite a few things, but I more mean, like, you can't really do anything with it if you have too much of it. So it is, unfortunately, going to have to just be an overflow situation. And then... is it a gas or is it a fluid? Or a liquid? I'm actually not sure. I think we can find out though. Exhaust pipe. Okay, it is a gas. So if we end up with too much of it, we'll void it. Because that's just what we gotta do here. And I think we're good. Let's check on this. So this is providing the freshness of the most decayed stack of that thing. So there should be a meat that's down by 95% somewhere. Yeah, that one. Cool. So then what we've said is if anything gets to 20% or less, then we'll filter the decayed first out. And that will go into a big spoiling warehouse up here, where things sit until they're spoiled. And then we can just have filtered whatever on that. And so this will be the warehouse that's filled with all the things that don't spoil, but we might have too much of those things at some point. We might have too much jerky, too much bones, too much chitin, too much biocrud. So then we'll have finally another multi-provide station that will be on channel 3 only. And that will just be for the extras. So this is where the extra stuff goes. Extra. This is dizzying, isn't it? Alright, split filters per lane. You're gonna be biocrud and what's the main one? Jerky. And then what's the other one? I feel like there's another one that I'm forgetting. Or is there not? That might actually be it so far. Okay, that gets loaded in there. And then I think everyone's happy. All right, let's go check on our C.R.A.P. Look, this is coming together. It's been a big project. I knew it would be. It won't be the biggest project, though. It's good to practice big projects once in a while. Because once it's done, we're gonna feel so much better about adding animals into the system. And then we can add them in any block. They don't have to be near wherever what we're doing. I think it's really gonna make things feel better. All right, what are we looking at here? Oh my gosh, 60 kick-out. Holy and cannolian. All right. So we got 4 buildings full. Let's go to 5 buildings full. And then the rest I shall put to seed. And then we've got enough seeds to run this building. So now we've got 4 running at the same time. The next one I should probably, the next batch of kick-out, I should probably put all of it to seed. Because we need more seeds cycling so that all the buildings can run that want to run. But yeah, that's awesome. I mean, we're up to 12 a minute. We're up to an actual reasonable amount of kick-out. I mean, at this point, we're actually up to more than 12 a minute. We're up to 15 a minute when this one's running. That's enough to where I can almost start babysitting this. Because then we're 1 minute... almost 1 minute per building. I guess we're still half an hour away. But the last half is going to fill up very quickly compared to the first half. But yeah, at this point, I kind of want slightly more than half to go towards kick-out seeds. Here, we'll put some in there. I mean, I can always manually move a few here and there. I could also just set a limit on this chest so it only goes up to 50 modules for now. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I think that's about what we want. We'll build up 50 modules. That'll let me fill like 2.5 more buildings. And then the rest will just start getting more seeds into the network, which is good. I'm gonna flip those horizontally so they match. And then we'll figure out this whole situation later, but okay, so back to Vrauk production. That's still working. We're still getting Vrauks. So thing number 1 is providing the fluids. We need a multi-provider of fluids for the formic acid. Formic acid, blood. Where is the main signal? That one. And then fish oil. And then those need to be hooked up to that main tank network as well, which we've been doing in red. Because I don't want... Now, they're not fluid signals, so it's probably okay. That we could mix the signals, because, like, what's it going to do? Try to provide formic acid to a fluid wagon? Or, sorry, I don't know why I said a fluid. I meant to say something like meat. What's it going to do? Try to provide meat to a fluid wagon? I don't think so. So I think we could mix in all those signals, and it wouldn't try to provide them there. But, you know, just in case, I think we'll be a little extra safe, and we will hook this up to red. Input there. And then we'll do something like this. And then that should get what we have provided to this network. And then we should hook these up. No, sorry. 3 different attachments here. Alright, and then we've got... This one is the formic acid. Formic acid is this one. That goes here. Pump out. Wait, I still didn't put that in the right spot. Okay, there we go. Pumps out for everybody. I might as well hook all these up right now. Okay, that works. Cool. All right, that should do it for the fluids. And now the only thing we have to do is request brains. I mean, I think that's really it. The brains are going to spoil on the other end eventually into jerky. So we're still going to have jerky building up at the destination. But that's okay. Oh, you know, I also just realized something. Ah, shoot. This is not going to take decayed first. That's annoying. You know, I might need to use fast inserters for the first time. Let's go grab... I need to grab some more limestone too, but I'm gonna use fast inserters here, I think. Because then we can make them take decayed first, and that way we're always keeping up with the spoilage Joneses, as it were. Alright, so I'm gonna steal my first stack of fast inserters, which go... I mean, it looks like they go exactly twice as fast, but the actual impact is not gonna be twice as fast. Yeah, 2.3, because of the way inserters work. Because like they spend 1 tick picking something up, they spend 1 tick dropping something off. They have rotational weirdnesses, so they don't actually get. It's not just a function of their rotation speed. Okay, what am I doing? I grabbed the fast inserters. I said I wanted more limestone too. So let's grab that, which is over here somewhere. And then, how are we gonna deliver brains all the way to here? And do I want it to be logistics bots? I didn't mean to do that. If you've been watching me long enough, you know that sometimes I accidentally hit right click and the mouse just happened to be in the worst spot for that. Oh, that's so frustrating. No, all my hard work. This feels like more than 3 minutes of lost effort here. All right, oh my goodness. Goodness. Wow. All right, and then this one is that, and this one is this. And, no, there we go. And then this one had 2 extras up here. Okay, so that's fixed, I think, the way that I had it. Hopefully. Is the red all hooked up? Yeah, I already did that part. Okay, and then from here, I went and grabbed my fast inserters, and then I accidentally The reason I couldn't just hit undo is I deleted the caravan outpost that all my caravans were scheduled to. And I doubt that the undo command would re-add. I guess I could have tried it before I hit quick load. I didn't even try it for science. I should have tried it for science. But I'm guessing it does not add back the thing that gets rebuilt when you undo back into the caravan schedules. I'd be very surprised if it did. Man, that was one of the worst accidental right-click misclicks of all time. I was just sitting there looking at it, and all of a sudden it deconstructed in front of my very eyes. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, well, what I was thinking about doing is we can do a requester chest and have logistics bots bring the brains, and then we'll active provide out the jerky or something. Or, I mean, it's a decent usage for jerky anyway. I can just request brains if this building needs. You know what? I don't think I have a problem letting caravans run on jerky. That's fine. So what I'll probably do is we'll measure how do we do this again? We measure stack size. It's not an easy way to do it. In fact, probably the easier way for me to do this is to do an arithmetic. I should grab some more combinators, by the way. Can I just do everything times 1, or each times 1 output? Do the white signal for that. Yeah. So when the white signal is less than now we need a decider combinator. And then when the white signal is less than, oh look, it's right here. I don't know, 1500. Then we'll request a shipment of something. We'll output Because it's gonna take a while to get here. So here's the problem. It's gonna deliver brains. The brains are gonna get delivered to here, and then it's gonna do a second shipment. I think. Because what I'm trying to figure out here is, like, what I don't want to do is request brains, but then not bring all the brains from the train stop to over here. I want to bring all of them over here. Set requests. Okay. Alright, well, I think this is fine. We just need to get the logistic network all the way back home. It's gonna require a good few roboports. Okay, and then we can have a train stop over yonder that requests brains. And then I haven't unleashed Logibots on the world in a while. So now we're up to 62 logistic spots. And we'll do another, what, 15 pYanobots, and then we probably need to be done with this episode. But before we are, I'm gonna go grab, or help out another round of kick-out. All right, so now what do we got going on here? The buildings are running. We've got 36 to spare. I'm just throwing all of that to seed. And then that should, oh yeah, we've got enough to run 5 buildings now. That's glorious. Yes, yes, give me the kick out, all of it. I want all of it. Sweet. And that should be producing seeds for a while here, which is good news. Yeah, I mean, we put, what, 36 in there? What does that end up? 18 times 5. That's 90 more seeds in the loop, which is enough to fully buffer 3 buildings, not to mention when buildings aren't fully buffered. It's still gonna take probably another 2 episodes to fully spin this up. Maybe 1 if we're really on top of it. I don't know. But we're getting there. And we're getting there on the other front too. We've almost transferred Vraux to completely working on this system. Oh, wait, roboports are missing material? Hold on, that's not good. That's not supposed to be the case. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Because I'm not missing the material for construction. Oh, you know what I might have done? I think I know what happened. I think I built this inside, yes, yeah. I built it inside the construction zone of the first network, not this network. This will work. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we'll call it an episode there. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one.